Welcome to tonight's call. Now, today is a bit of a off the whim kind of call, and I think it's a really important topic. Usually we do like a business kind of call on a Wednesday night, but I feel this topic, it does apply to both business and trading. So, Jess, I haven't slept. I feel you. She's in Texas. Good on you, girl. Proud of you. Proud of you all for jumping on. Appreciate it. So I am going to keep this call short and sweet. Zach, Jenna, Josh, if you have anything to add, please just shoot on in and jump on in. Now, the talk, good start. I've been talking all day. The topic of tonight's call, I want to talk about commitment, okay, and what it really takes to achieve what it is that we're trying to do here, whether that's the business side or the trading side, okay. Commitment has been literally my journal prompt of the week, and I've just been really processing about what it really takes to achieve everything that we are wanting to do. Okay, so we all have our goals, trading goals, business goals, health goals. It all falls into the one kind of thingo, right? So as long as we can all understand that no one is going to achieve those goals except you. Okay, so let's have a chat about the whole interest and commitment thing, because this is where like I was just having a chat with Jess from Texas there, and her mind frame in just the last week has really flipped the switch. So and it's all about the whole interest to commitment thing. Okay, so having an interest in something means you like it, right? So I have a lot of interest. Cooking is an interest of mine, and I'm good at cooking, but it remains an interest. Okay, it's something I like, but I'm not committed to becoming like a 5-star Michelin chef or something like that. Okay, reason being is I'm not committed to it. I just like doing that. Okay, now being committed is something completely different. Okay, when you're committed, you are in this to win this. Okay, if you kind of want it, if you kind of want it, if you're wishy-washy about your dreams, your goals, you don't really have a deadline in place of when you want to achieve this stuff by, you are not committed. Okay, if you have started trading, you're coming in to build a business, whatever it is you're trying to do, if you don't have your goals in place, okay, this is why I'm following this up from our trading plan call last night. If you don't have these, things in place, if you have the mindset of, yeah, I'm coming in, I'm just going to give it a go, see how it goes, you're not committed. Okay, and you have to really want to achieve this and everything that you can do to achieve everything that you're trying to do. Okay, so I'm committed to this skill set. Okay, I'm 4.5 years in, I'm committed. Okay, it hasn't been easy. Nothing about it's been easy. Okay, but my commitment to my vision, my commitment to my goals is the one thing that keeps me showing up every single day. It's the one thing that keeps me showing up when I'm tired. It's the one thing that keeps me showing up to do 12 Zoom calls a day to help people. Okay, I'm committed to this. I'm committed to this company. I'm committed to you guys and helping you. Okay, and it shows because of the value that me, Jenna, Josh, and Do, and the group are, everything that we are doing for you guys is because we want you guys to have the results. Okay, now we don't have to do any of that. You don't even have to do any of that. You don't have to be on the calls, right? I do these things because I've set a standard for myself, and I am a really competitive individual, like really competitive. I like to win, so I work my fucking face off, literally. Like, no one's going to beat me. I like to win, okay? So I'm committed to go live, okay? I'm interested in Netflix, right? So you need to be honest with yourself as you identify the things that you are interested in, as well as the things that you're committed to. Okay, so I know there's a million things that you'd probably rather be doing. 9 o'clock call, there's a few things I'd rather be doing, but you got to show up, yeah. And you've got to really be, in tune with where most of your time is being spent, because those are most likely the things that you're committing yourself to, and you don't even know it. Okay, anything that gets shoved into the back of your mind, and reawakens every once in a while about things you want to do, that's an interest. Okay, so guys, check in with yourself and see how you are showing up for your business, if that's what you're doing. Showing up for your trading. Okay, are you showing up when you feel like it? Or are you, those that just show up when they feel like it, guys, you're not going to get anywhere anytime soon if you just show up when you feel like it, right? And many people complain about, you know, or many people, I'll go there. Many people complain about, you know, not getting something, about not achieving their goals, about all the obstacles, about all the problems, about this, about that, about this. Everything's so difficult, yeah? And these people would immediately quit complaining the moment they realize that we don't get what we want, right? We only get what we are 100% committed to. So in other words, unless you guys are fully committed to something, you don't have a hope in the world of bringing what you truly want to fruition. You're right, Mum, I raised no quitter. Exactly right. So what are you committed to? And the problem is that many people never fully commit to anything meaningful or worthwhile, okay? What they see as commitment is nothing more than an act of simply being, you know, a little bit interested, right? And that's not enough when it comes to trading, because we all know what it takes to make the big money, right? That's why you're here. That's why you are in this platform, because big money can be made, but it cannot be made if you're simply just interested and showing up when it's convenient, you know? So commitment goes well beyond just being, you know, somewhat interested in something, you know? To commit to something means blocking out any other alternative, right? Because for me, there's no plan B with this. No plan B. Plan B is me going back to retail. That's not fucking happening. It's not happening. That's me going back to hospitality. That's fucking not happening. Okay? So for me, there is no plan B. So when you commit to something, you need to make an important decision to burn your bridges, right? You need to burn your bridges, and you need to pursue one clear path towards whatever you are going towards. Okay, yes, there's going to be obstacles in the way, but in order to get to where you want to be, you're going to need that dedication, right? You're going to need that persistence. You're going to need that discipline, okay? And you're going to need that determination to do whatever the fuck it takes, despite the difficulties, okay? Despite the discomforts, despite the frustrations that you get on the charts, despite the inconvenience that you will experience along your journey, despite being tired, despite working all day and coming home and, you know, would rather be watching Netflix or something else, okay? Commitment is all about being proactive and never backing down, no matter what problems may arise, okay? You do this, okay? You do this because in your mind, there's no other possibilities or alternate paths. Therefore, you either make this work, you make trading work for you, you make building a business work for you, or you quit. You may as well quit. If you're just interested in it, you're going to quit, okay? But when you're committed, you don't quit, because quitting, I should say, means that you will fail to achieve your desired outcomes. And for me, that is just honestly like the pain I feel when I think about failing to build a business, failing to reach my trading goals, to hit what it is I want to hit, to build a, you know, a dream life for myself, right? To fail to achieve that, the thought of that is just, it hurts me, right? And that is the shit that you need to show up every day, okay? Because I know what it's like to struggle. You know what it's like to struggle. And you've decided that you are worth more than the struggle. That's why you're here, okay? I know what it's like to have really fucking low self-esteem, okay? I know what it's like to feel unsupported. I know what it's like to feel really frustrated and really stagnant, okay? I know what it's like to quit on everything that I've ever started. I know what it's like to have $0 in my bank account. And God forbid, I never want to feel any of those things ever again. So for me, the pain of all of that, I don't want to feel that again, right? So that's why I'm committed. So I ask you guys, if not this, what are you going to commit to? Okay? Because every time you make a commitment to yourself, you are in that moment making a promise to yourself that you're going to do something. Okay? And how shit does it feel when we break these promises to ourselves? Okay? These broken commitments might seem like small and insignificant things. You know, when I say broken commitment, I mean, If you said you're going to do something, do it, right? Every single time that you break these small or these commitments, they may seem small, they may seem insignificant, but if you do it once, you're going to do it again. And that build up over time is just like compounding your trading account, okay? It builds up, it compounds, okay? And each commitment that you fail conditions your brain in so many limiting ways, okay? And the moment that you break a commitment, that is the moment that you are sending a message to your brain that you are unable to follow through with any of the promises that you make yourself. I'm going to say that again. When you break a commitment, that is the moment that you are sending a message to your brain, telling yourself that you are unable to follow through with any promises you make to yourself. And because your brain is used to being conditioned this way, this means that the next time that you're going to commit to something, your brain will automatically expect that you will not follow through with your promise. And it's going to figure out a way to fill you with all these limiting beliefs that will cause you to break your commitment, okay? So you must recognize the difference between commitment and the act of just being interested in something. Because when you're just interested in something, you have a very foggy idea of what it's going to take to achieve those outcomes. However, when you're committed to something, you have a very clear idea of what lies ahead of you, okay? The sacrifices you must take, the resources you must acquire, right? How you're going to respond to the challenges that you're going to face. And that is all about clarity. It's about gaining clarity that you need to decide whether or not you have what it takes to become a 6-7 figure trader, to earn those residual incomes and make 10, 15, freaking 700 grand a month if you wanted to, right? This shit's all been done before you, so it can be done again, right? And it's, for me, like I know every single one of you on this call tonight, and I see it. I see so much shit in you guys, right? So much good stuff, so much juicy shit that I know that you guys can achieve every single thing that you want to. I see it, right? And whenever I speak with you guys, I see so much in you. I hear it in your voice, and I only wish that you deem worthy of yourself that you believe it too, okay? Because doesn't matter how many times Zach, Jenna, Josh, or myself tell you, you can do this, you can do this. You have to believe it, right? But here's the thing, guys. Some of you who are on this call right now, you're going to quit. You are going to quit. And I hate to say that, right? But I've been in this business for a long time now, a long time. And you're going to quit because you're interested, okay? Only the committed succeed in anything in this life, right? And no one ever got anywhere fast by quitting, okay? Now, we always talk about, sorry, looking at my notes, otherwise I'll digress. Now, we always talk about discipline, and let's be honest, said it last night, I strongly feel that commitment comes before discipline, because motivation doesn't last, inspiration doesn't last, but commitment, guys, when you commit to yourself, your goals, your future, your dream house, your why, that motivation is the thing that's going to follow, right? So I have to ask you guys, write in the chat for me, are you interested in achieving your dreams and goals, or are you committed to them? Write in the chat. I want to see this shit blowing up. Are you interested or are you committed? And the reason I ask is because if we're only interested in achieving our goals, we will only do just enough. And we will only ever do just enough when it's convenient, right? But if you're committed, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to show up, okay? If you're interested, you'll do what's convenient. You'll believe the stories in your head. You'll believe your excuses. You'll continue to be victim to your current reality, your current circumstance, okay? And you will come up with all the reasons why you can't achieve your goals, right? So there is a massive, massive difference. When you're committed, you let go of all those excuses. You let go of all those stories, all the reasons you think are valid. Because if you're committed, you're going to upgrade yourself by upgrading your knowledge, okay? You'll read the books. You'll have a strong why, right? You will have a strong why because you've got the how. You've got the vehicle, guys. That's there, right? If you're committed, you'll be focused on why you must achieve your goals over why you can't, right? And the stories that you tell yourself with all the reasons why, guys, these stories don't serve you, but you hold on to them so tightly. You hold on to your stories because it's safe for you, okay? So I ask you again, are you interested in being a 6-7 figure trader? Are you interested in having minimum $10,000 months, right? Minimum, because that's actually not a lot of money, okay? Or are you just committed? I shouldn't say just committed, should I? I should say, are you just interested, right? So in order to commit to something, guys, you must have a very clear, you must have clarity, okay, about what it is you want or what it is you're specifically committing yourself for. So write this down. Write down one goal. You don't have to write down the goal right now, but in the areas of your financial, your finances, health, relationship, write down a goal for each of those areas of your life, okay? Then ask yourself, what do I need to learn, right? What do I need to believe? And what do I need to do? Okay? Write down a date that you want to achieve these goals by. It's important to note that when you're identifying what it is that you want, that's just the first step, okay? We all want plenty of things. However, we don't fully commit to it. We're just interested in it. Yeah, I want to quit my job. Do you? How committed are you to quitting your job? Okay. There's one thing that distinguishes a commitment from an interest, and that is the reason for wanting something. So when you're committed to something, you have very strong reasons for why you want that something in your life, okay? On the other hand, if you're just interested in something, you simply don't have enough reasons for wanting that thing in your life. There's never a priority. There's always a reason. There's always an excuse, okay? So ask yourself, why do I want the things that I want, okay? Why specifically do I want this right now? What are the benefits of having said thing in my life? Okay. I'm just rattling things off. How motivated am I to commit to this wholeheartedly? On a scale of 1 to 10, write in the chat how committed you are. 1 being you're interested, 10 being you'll be fucking savage. You will do whatever it takes to get what it is that you want. Right? How committed are you? How committed are you to hitting P6, P1 chairman if that's what you want? Because you know exactly what you have to do, right? You're just overthinking it. Okay? If you don't know, then ask, right? How committed to you for trading success? Guys, we've got to raise our own personal standards. We've got to raise our own personal belief, okay? We've got to we've got to commit to excellence, right? And when you do this, committing to excellence was the best thing that I've ever done, right? When you do this, you are always looking for ways to improve and to do things better than what you did before. Okay, that's it. It's not it's not Jenna, it's not me against Jenna, it's not Taylor against Moni, it's not Zach against Josh, it's not friggin' Ruben against Robert. It's you against you. That's it, right? That's it. So when you commit to self-excellence, you're always going to be looking for ways to do better than what you've done before. And that right there is the thing that keeps you motivated. It keeps you on track. It keeps you moving forward. You're no longer, you're no longer going to look back when problems arise. You are instead committed to simply doing your best no matter what the circumstances are. So in order to raise our levels of commitment, you might want to write a contract for yourself that stipulates exactly what you are committed to, the standards that you're going to be aspiring to, okay? How you intend on follow through with these steps, okay? This contract is super beneficial because it's going to keep you focused, right? I wrote a letter to my future self like 2 years ago. And in that letter, I'm literally thanking myself for putting in the work. I'm thanking myself for creating a life I had always dreamed about, right? So to raise your levels of commitment, you've got to have something at stake. meaning that if you don't follow through with this, if you don't follow through with your commitment, what is your life going to be like? The same as it is now, the same shitty finances, the same living paycheck to paycheck, week to week, the same being on the government assistance. I don't know what your situation is, but if you don't change, it's going to stay the same, right? The same shitty relationships, the same shitty job. What is at stake if you don't commit to this and you don't see this through? Because no matter what it is, the more you have at stake, the more commitment you will have to follow through in your actions, right? So, for instance, if there's nothing at stake, you have absolutely nothing to lose. Therefore, there's going to be no urgency behind your actions. You know, one of the reasons why I quit my management position at the restaurant is because I was comfortable, right? I was comfortable. I had a week-to-week thing, had my trading stuff, had my other business stuff. I was comfortable. And for me to level up, I had to back myself into a corner, knowing that even though that's putting a lot of pressure on myself, I had to back myself in a corner, remove myself from a comfortable situation for me to level up, right? So when you don't have urgency behind, you know, your actions, you will never achieve your desired outcome, okay? Because without urgency, you're going to be distracted. You're going to be sidetracked. And when it comes to committing yourself to something, there is no room for that. There's also no room for hope, okay? You simply can't commit to something and then hope that things work out. You know, yeah, I hope it, you know, I'm hoping it works out, blah, blah, blah. When you hope something works out, you will create doubt in your mind that it might not happen, okay? And if you take action from a place of doubt, then you will always be second guessing the decisions that you make, right? So I ask you guys once more, are you fully committed to your future in this? Are you fully committed to your dreams and your goals? Are you are you fully committed? Or are you just interested? Okay. And for those that always say to me, I'm so ready for change. I'm so ready for this. I got a challenge for you guys, and just to fucking show me. That's it. Is to fucking show me. Now, that is literally all I have to say tonight. Mic drop. Does anyone have any questions? I just wanted to really check in with you because my journaling on commitment is what I was focusing on this week, because I wanted to be leveling up for myself. And because I see so much in you guys, it pains me to see when you guys don't live up to your potential. But, you know, I can't hold myself accountable for that. You guys can only hold yourself accountable for what it is you want. You guys have to show up for you. Yeah. And you guys do. You're on this call. You've started this skill set. You're either building a business or you're not. That's irrelevant. The fact that you guys are here. Yes, it will be on YouTube. The fact that you guys are here says that you're committed, right? So sit with those questions and really get real with where you're at and see if where you're at, you know, when it comes to the business side of stuff, I look at myself or I look at other people and it's just like, would I want me in my business? Because if it's not, then you know what you've got to do. Would I want someone like me building a business alongside me? Right? Because if I'm doing just enough, then that's not fucking enough, right? Just enough. People do just at their jobs, they do just enough to get paid, right? Just enough. And just enough isn't going to cut it in this at all, okay? So if you guys want the big things, you've got to level up, all right? So if you want book recommendations on how to do that, right? How did you back yourself into that it fucking was not metaphorical whatsoever. It was like that corner right there, I was in it. No, but I took away my security, right? Because I had all these different income streams and none of them, I'm being completely real and transparent here, none of them were really progressing because I had spread myself too thin, right? And I was doing something that was no longer serving me, no longer was filling my cup, but I was comfortable, right? So when it comes to, oh, that's Taylor who asked that. Tay. So when it comes to, you know, backing myself into a corner. I literally did that. I did it on purpose. I took away everything that made me feel safe, everything that made me feel secure, knowing that I have everything in here to progress, right? I didn't want to rely on anything else. And when you strip back those layers and you take yourself out of those comfortable situations, you've got no way out except forward. I did exactly the same thing back in 2015, right? When my business, subby business, shit the bed, had freaking bills up to my freaking ear, probably even higher. But, you know, I backed myself into a corner there too. And for me, trading was my option then. Trading is what, you know, gave me hope. And I know before I said you can't have hope when you're committed. And that's true. You can't be committed and have hope it's going to work out. But back then, I didn't even know what trading was. So it gave me hope of a better future, and it fucking has. It's paid off. Yes, I can. So this book, one of my faves, Motivation Manifesto. Really love this book. Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. Yeah, there's a personal development tab on Discord. This one, Resilience Project. I have so many. Start with why. Why do you do what you do? If you guys have a job, why do you work that job? Is it just to pay bills? Why do you do it? What is serving you working at that job? Go giver. The shit. I have so many, but these are my favorites at the moment. These are my favorites. I've got some other ones out there, but these are my favorites at the moment. So where are we at? Yeah, the Discord. Yeah, Tay, I'll send them to you. No, it's my bookshelf, Zach. This is so old. This is like probably older than me. By the way, it's my birthday tomorrow. 30, last day of my 20s. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording.